Okay. Hello. All right, so I have a bunch of stuff left over from the venues that I did this past year with the holiday season. Figured I'd put it up to you guys. You know, if you order by now, it might be a little late, but these ship pretty quickly because they're not so big. So first of all, what do we got here? Life Without You. What this one here is, it's going to be $10 flash sale. Clearing out the inventory is, I got two left. So this one and one other one, I will sign them as well, and it includes the shipping cost as well. So let me know if you want Life Without You. This one here is a kind of like almost like a Diary of Anne Frank setup in a way, about losing someone to suicide and how we're still here to deal with it. So it's basically someone dealing with the person gone. It's partially inspired from Jared Padalecki's Always Keep Fighting campaign. He actually came out with it 2 weeks after I buried someone of suicide myself, who was like an older brother to me. So I was really sitting on the fence about whether to release it or not, and I finally said screw it and did it. So it's actually my own story. But there's that one. So now I've got these older poetry books. These ones here will be $3, these three will be $10 each. So you've got Inspired Thoughts with the drawing of baby on it. It's got a couple of poems that are inspired from the Always Keep Fighting campaign as well. Random Thoughts, which has poems inspired from, like, say, a tweet from Mitchell Kosterman, We Do Not Like to Sleep. Andrea McDonald, your poem is in this one as well, Random Thoughts. To a Dear Friend, also inspired by the Always Keep Fighting. A Twisted Vine has some older ones and some newer ones. So The Wolf, Cotton Candy Sky, Herself Again, For Family. There's some different, they all have artwork or photographs or both combination to coordinate with some of the poems in here as well. So Inspired Thoughts, Random Thoughts, A Twisted Vine, $10 each. Again, signed and includes shipping. Moving on. We're going to take a quick break here. Patreon.com. My name is Sky Boyven on it. I know, I keep everything the same, so it's easier for all you guys, except for the Twitter. I'm changing over from the Sky Boyven to Skyboyven 2. So make sure you add the 2 at the end, and that'll be all this fun, jazzy stuff with me. So yes, it is really my new account. I promise. I'm not fake. It's not a fake account. I promise. Supernatural family. It's really me. I promise. Scouts honor. But patreon.com, I added a bunch of new tiers. I revamped it a little bit. So you'll get, you can get a Twitter shout out. You can get a Facebook shout out. You can get for like as low as $1. $1 a month, guys. Come on. $1 a month. Or like $5 a month, which will actually be the cost. I'll be able to afford a gallon of milk a month with that donation. Considering I need a cow at this point for the now preteen that I have in my house. I'm gonna get more grays. I know it. The first one gave me grays, now this one here is just, I'm gonna get double the grays with this short guy. I love him dearly. Really, I do. I love my children. Oh my god. How did my grandmother survive 4 of them like this? 4? I can barely handle the 1. How did she handle freaking 4? All the same. Craziness. Anyways, I digress. Patreon.com is a monthly donation. You can either do the tier levels where I've got fun little thank yous. There's also going to try to do more patron only postings. So if you're a patron, the current one that's available right now is me reading. I know I read out loud. I hate reading out loud with a passion. Especially if there's a microphone in front of me. I know some people that I know close to me make fun of me and my writing, my poet support group, as my sister calls it, when we do our monthly, well, I haven't gone for a little bit because they have it on the last Tuesday night of the month at the Starlight in Southbridge. They do a open mic, and it's actually a really fun thing that they do for like 3, 4, 5 hours. The Starlight, the gentleman that runs the Starlight, owns the Starlight, he has a bar on one side, but he has this nice big room that he does functions in, and he wants to support the arts and stuff like that. So he actually he'll display an artist on his walls for like the whole month, which I'm sure people can put in requests to purchase the art that they have on display and stuff. And the person that I saw while I was there the few times during the summertime, they were actually really cool. They were kind of dark, but they were like shadow boxes, and they were different, and they were really cool. But I haven't gone during the school year because it's very late, and Spawn's got to come with me, kid in tow, you know, tag along, and I don't want him out that late on a school night. If it's like a school vacation week, that's different, but you know, it is what it is. Anywho, but they support me. I go in going, I'm not gonna do it, and then by the end of the night, I'm in front of that damn microphone doing it because they sucked me in. They're like a disease. Come to the dark side. We have cookies. I make myself laugh. I know. I'm crazy. So again, patreon.com. It is on my pinned tweet if you follow the thread. You can there's some small artwork I have, I believe Father and Daughter, which was inspired by the photo posted of Jensen Ackles and his daughter JJ. It was just a touching portrait, and I needed to draw it. It was just very sweet, and I just wanted to capture that moment in pencil with some white charcoal and stuff like that. It was originally, but I have it as a 4x6, and I do sign the back of all of them. So anything you get through Patreon is anything you get directly from me, I sign. Don't worry, I sign them. If there's special messages and stuff like that, let me know. 2 more poetry books. 2 more small edition poetry books that I have left. I have Fae Love Poems, which are inspired from the writing roleplay that I'm doing on Twitter as well. So my original account, if you get, a lot of you have noticed, it's kind of hard to determine what was the roleplay versus what was, you know, real life stuff sometimes. So that's also why I'm attempting to do 2 separate accounts. We'll see how well I can handle it. So far, I'm still tweaking things, but I'm also trying to get I followed everyone from the old account, so I just need everyone to come follow me on the other one. Come on, I have cookies. We have plenty of cookies on the dark side. It's fun. We'll have fun. We'll have lots of fun. The Alice poems, which, by the way, I finally finished the dark themed Alice in Wonderland themed poems. But these are just regular Alice themed poems. You'll have like artwork like this in there. The little bunny. His name. This was really in my garden. I showed him. He stood there. I took a lot of different pictures of him. My son has named him Peter. Peter Rabbit. We have a small family. So we have Peter, Lily, and Benjamin. Yes. Some like speech. Yeah, you can't fault him. It's Mr. Spotter. I'm just not chasing after him like Mr. McGregor does. So again, the Faye Love Poems, and that is my own photograph on the cover there. I took that. Oh, by the way, this one and this one is by my very extremely talented friend from high school. She's a photographer. She does mostly boudoirs. You can find her on Instagram at Captured Exposure. Her name is Melissa. She does beautiful work, as you can tell. And that was actually just, she needed a guinea pig model for a winter solstice theme that she was doing. And I was like, blank canvas. Right here. You remember you used to practice on me in high school in the practice room in the band room, because we a lot of fun times we had growing up in high school, the last few years of high school, because we were both chorus, but I was also band. I did the clarinet mostly. I did a little bit of piano. I would have loved to have learned the violin, but my mom, being a single mom, was not going to be able to afford that. My friend actually, one of our other good friends, actually inherited a beautiful violin. And so she was like, I was so jealous. I was like, you're so lucky you get to learn how to play that. But it was really cool. But anyways, we would spend our, we were seniors and they stuck us in 7th grade study. We're like, are you kidding us? So we literally just kind of puppy dog-eyed our music director. Like, we just have a permanent pass to be down here. We'll be in the practice room. You'll never know we're here. We promise we'll be so quiet. So we did. We got to hang out, just the two of us. This little itty bitty room with 2 chairs, this little classroom desk between us, and the rest of the room is just packed with files and files and files and files of sheet music that we would basically, he would use to photocopy and use for the thing, but it just little itty bitty. It was like the size of like a really decent sized bathroom. And you know, I would just spend the hour period there, and she would do my makeup sometimes. I think one time I had her help me with my hair wrap too. So I needed, I had started it, but it was like a certain way, so I needed her to just get it to a point where I could just do it myself. Yes. Crazy things you do in high school. We're just so crazy. But you know what? That's what the best writers are. That I found on a trail. I believe that was Pierrepont. They have a little beach that you can walk down to at one spot, and they had I believe they're mussel shells, believe it or not, which is weird because it's salt. It's not, it was fresh water, so I don't know, I'll have to check that out. That's so we had these two, $20. I signed them, includes the shipping. So, background story of the Queen Faye, of the currently ongoing story on the other account. I have a copy. Oh, where's my mind? The Faye Love and the Alice ones have 8 copies each, so not limited quantities. Twisted Mind, there's only 2 copies. Random Thoughts, I have 6 copies left. So some of them, you know, limited quantities on some of them. Get them, hurry. Anyways, digressing again, because, you know, I'm a scatterbrain. You know, but you love me for it. So this is basically, I compiled everything from the first year as an in solid cover book. So, you know, because I know a lot of us like to smell our books. Yeah, I know, I'm that geek. I admit it. $20 for that one. There are 6 copies on hand. So that's the Queen Faye Beginnings story. So that's the background story of meeting up with the group. And believe it or not, some of the chapters I found as prompts off of Pinterest. If you pull up writing prompts, helpful little tip with writing if you're on a block. If you pull up writing prompts on, just put in writing prompts on Pinterest, they actually have little blocks that have just a phrase, and I found one that I was like, ooh, I just went with it. Yeah. And their Hope Within the Flames. First story I published back around 2015. I had it pretty much done, ready to go. I had been at that point for 8 months struggling on raising the money for it. But around the time that I lost Kevin and found the Supernatural fandom via Facebook, they basically come to the dark side of Twitter. We have cookies. We'll help you through. There were about 8 women that rallied with me. I love you all. Thank you. What I couldn't do in 8 months, you guys helped do in 2 weeks. So you're amazing. And I think I sent everyone that had helped a copy. If you didn't, please let me know. But I'm pretty sure I sent everyone a copy. This is $20. This is basically sister witches during the Puritan times, and they find a psychic vampire in the church. He's part of the church, but he's not part of the church. Like, he'll never be, because of what he does, he will never get brotherhood status. But he's also a dark person from the girls, from the sisters' past. They've seen him before. They've dealt with him before. He's always trying to get at them. He's always singling them out specifically, but in this instance, he kind of like followed them to the village that they happen to be in Puritan America, Massachusetts, believe it or not. And basically, Orpheus is heading up witch hunts so that he can get the life essence for his own immortality, and the sisters have to stop him. Do they stop him? Can they stop him? That you'll have to find out again in the book. Also, little tidbit, it will become a saga series in time. It's gonna be it's a slow process right now because I'm going to co-write the saga with my soul sister. So this is Sarah's side of the story. Yes, that is my own artwork of a faceless woman burning at the stake. That is on the cover. So that is my own artwork that I drew. So we will eventually be able to trace the sisters back through time. It'll be a lot of fun. So much fun. Now, the full collections of poetry. I have this pretty little one. Has 13 chapters. Each chapter is its own little book. So those little books I showed you earlier, these guys, are a chapter in the book. Each one, again, has its own chapter. There is no artwork in the stuff. None whatsoever. So, this is basically 13 volumes of poetry for this thin edition. The thin edition is $20. It's actually a very good bargain because it's now limited edition, no longer in print. Because I now have like an extra thick, look how thick that is. Look at the difference. Yeah, I know. I'm a writing whore. What can I say? See the difference in the thickness. This is about 400 pages. 400 freaking pages of poetry, guys. Jam-packed. Jam-packed poems. Okay, no artwork. Each chapter is his own book. But I have 6 copies of this one left. When it's gone, it's gone. You'll no longer be able to get this anymore because it's this now. So $20 for the thin, $40 for the thick, because lots of poems. Lots of great poems. Different things inspired by, let's see. There's poems for the Cathedral of Notre Dame, the Boston Marathon, 9/11, love poems, Alice poems, nature poems, the I'm a worthless mom loser poems, because my children make me feel worthless once in a while, but I think every child does that to the parents. It's just a thing we go through. We know they really love us in the end. They just like to test out their sharp little witty mouths and be punks. It is what it is. There's 7 copies of the big one, 6 of the littler one. Again, that 13 volume one is limited edition. When it's gone, it's gone. I sign all of it. We're going to work on these for now. And then when I dwindle down on these, hopefully, then I can attack the artwork next, if you guys like. If there is something of my artwork that you like and you see, let me know. Because, yeah, let me know. Because I'll ship that stuff, no problem. But yeah, so, again, that's what I've got left in stock. Follow me on Amazon. I've got an Amazon page. Come check out my Patreon page. See what there is. You can also pick a non-tiered donation as well. All the money from Patreon goes towards me paying for the venues for the year. I've got a lot of stuff that I signed up for. Stuff that everything's up to date right now. I'm just waiting to hear back on some of the other ones, but Plastic City I'm booked for and paid for. Brass City in April I'm booked for and paid for. Springfield Mass Comic Con I'm paid for and booked for. I'm waiting to hear back. I signed up for the Water Lantern Festival again. I did the one at Elm Park in Worcester last year, and it was fantastic. Absolutely amazing. I highly recommend going just for the experience, guys, because the feeling watching those lanterns on the water, you can't compare that anywhere. Honestly, it's an experience that you need to really just go and physically do. It's amazing. I mean, watching it on a video or on a movie or on television is nothing compared to right there in the depths of it, putting your lantern into the water. But I signed up. They have 10 events in my area, so I signed up for 10 of them. Doesn't mean I'll get all 10 because they might not have anyone to coordinate those events. So once they get their event coordinators for those, I will know the dates, the times, I know the locations, but better location. So as soon as that stuff comes down the track, I will know. As soon as Connecticut Comic-Con, Connecticut Renaissance Fair. I got Comic-Cons on the brain. I'm doing the low-end Comic-Cons because that's what I can afford, guys. Okay? I think $75 is my absolute max cutoff. But, some of the Comic-Cons, they're like $60, $65. They went up this year for some of them. So some of the other ones are low-end where they're $25, $30. It depends on. But then you don't necessarily get foot traffic for those. But Catch-22, you're networking. You're getting out there. People are taking the business cards. They're checking your stuff out. They thank me for being there. So at least I'm networking. So, Catch-22, I gotta, be at these locations more often so that I can at least share that I'm out there. And the Patreon page helps with that, since work has lovingly given me maybe 2-3 days a week. But at least it's hours that I can do the school bus for Spawn. So someone's got to be here, right? Anywho, so consider that, follow my YouTube channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I've got the nature videos are a lot of fun because I will, like, if I'm sitting in the garden, I get the hummingbird comes around a lot. Even the butterflies, I'll try to get them, the dragonflies. While I'm walking the trails, I've come across the deer a couple of times. I came across a beaver. One Christmas, we did Christmas with the family one year, and my uncle rented a lake house in Spencer, and they had a paddle boat, and it was abnormally warm. There was no snow at all. Lake was not frozen, so we're like, yeah, we're going on paddle boat. Smell you bitches later. We're going through. It's just beaver just swimming along in front of us. Pull out my phone because that's what I do. So yeah, I'm very random with that stuff. But there is also a poetry playlist. So I do have some poems that I've recorded myself on with doing. So you'll get like one poem per video. I think I might have like maybe 5. You might be able to suck me into doing another one soon. We'll see. No promises. Again, I don't like reading out loud. But you all seem to enjoy hearing me drone on and on, so I might. We'll see. Don't know. No promises. Anyways, that's what I got. So till the next time. So yeah.